Alright, we are back with another episode of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. We are just about to leave this area. I'm going to take this book, I guess. And yeah, we'll take you. We got some level ups to do as well that I wasn't ready for. And we'll look at our new thief, Woljif. Okay. So, we can go to the Tiefling Hideout. We can go to Blackwing Library. Oh, but, okay, this is the rift in the ground that they're talking about. There's the Grey Garrison. We're in Defender's Heart. So the Market Square seems to be the easiest place for us to go right now. Oh, or we can go to the Thiefling Hideout. Tower of Estrad is here. Gorm's Mansion all the way over there. Tirabade Residence. Okay. So we got all these rifts everywhere. Or this crack in the city. So this is kind of neat. These walls, I imagine, is like the inner part of the city. This is like the outer part of the city. Well, okay, first we're going to level up. I think we're going to go to the Thiefling Hideout first because it's the closest. And it looks like we can get there. Somehow we can get across this rift. Or maybe I'm not even understanding what this is properly, but let's level up our party first. Yes, you're going to go level 3 Paladin. Give you Persuasion. Actually, you don't need Persuasion. Let's give you World, Nature, and Religion. We already have a Persuader on the team. She has Dodge and Shield Focus. She's going to get to pick another feat. Weapon Focus. Okay, I actually do... Ooh, we can give her an extra AC by wearing heavy armor as well. Hold on, what weapon are you using? Is it a longsword? Yeah, okay. Yeah, she's longsword focused for sure. I think that just goes without saying. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I picked the right one, so bop, bop, bop. Weapon focus, 100% longsword. So that'll give her an additional +1 bonus on attack rolls. Oh, and she gets them at 3rd level, and every 3 levels thereafter, a paladin can select 1 mercy. Each mercy adds an effect to the paladin's lay on hands ability. Okay, I think yeah, fatigue for sure. That seems to happen the most often. Let's do that for now. And then she also gets Aura of Courage. A paladin is immune to fear. That'll be very good. Each ally within 10 feet of her gains a +4 morale bonus against fear. Alright, I'm liking that. Divine Health. At 3rd level, a paladin is immune to all diseases, including supernatural and magical diseases. Nice. And then Fatigue. And she's better with her longsword. Alright. Liking that for sure. Okay, Camilla. She's a rapier focus. Spirit hunter, or at least she has a rapier. She's our trickery and... Well, I don't know. Just extra bonus on religion, I guess. Okay. We can give her weapon focus as well. She has weapon finesse, so no need for any range stuff with her. I feel like just giving the weapon focus early is a good, easy plan. So yeah, we're just going to do that, and we'll let her focus on a rapier. And she gets all these new spells. So yeah, because she's a shaman, I guess she just gets access to this spell list. And she can now cast 3 level 2 spells. So these are all level 2 spells. So we have a lot of options. And we'll look into them as we need them. We've been using her to do heals. And then we have Lan. He's our Zen Archer. He's going to get a bunch of cool stuff at level 3. Alright, he's focused on athletics and mobility and perception. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Deadly Aim. You can choose to take a -1 penalty on all range attacks and get +2 bonus on damage. Seems good. Alertness, extra perception, teamwork feat, deflect arrows. Does he have unarmed strike? Does he get that just because he's a monk? Probably, yeah. Dodge is always good for extra. Improved initiative is also good. But you know what? I like the Deadly Aim. Let's just keep it simple. We'll keep it simple. And we'll do that. Oh, and he gets point blank. At 3rd level, a Zen Archer gains point blank master as a bonus feat, even if he does not meet. Okay. With a longbow. He also gets a key pool, which allows him to use key to do things. Extra attack. This seems to only be unarmed strikes. Yeah. He has fast movement. That's cool. Zen Archery. He can use his wisdom modifier instead of dex. They're both the same. Okay, cool. Alright. Gonna keep him at the back. And we haven't looked at this guy yet. Let's have a quick look at Woljif. He's chaotic neutral. He is a eldritch scoundrel. He's using dual wielding daggers, which is kind of neat. He's a tiefling, 20 dex, 18 int. Wow. Okay. He's got some scrolls on him. He has bracers of armor +2, so his armor class is 17, which is quite good. And he has 2 masterwork daggers. He's level 3. He has Arcana, World. Oh, he's really good at stealth and trickery, mobility. And he has these spells. Level 1 Rogue. Snowball. This is just from his, oh, does he have to memorize spells? Okay. Mage Armor, Color Spray, Burning Hands, and Grease. He seems to be a combination of like a wizard and a rogue. Alright. Sorry, it's been 8 minutes and we've been looking at this screen. Okay, we're going to go to the Thieflings Hideout. We'll take care of his companion quest first. Just because it's close by. Oh, we found a fallen horse. The bloody carcass of a strong steed with a broken leg is covered in mangled armor. Okay, let's try it. Alright, collect the stuff. Easy enough. Alright, now let's go back. Sorry, I get distracted easily. Alright, let's enter it. The Thieflings Hideout. So we're just brought right here. This is going to be some sort of roleplay encounter, it seems.
Let us be off.
Alright, let's see what happens here. The basement is dark and dank, and you are immediately struck by the hostility of gathered tieflings. 5 of them are kneeling along the wall, separate from the rest. The tall woman who had been cleaning her fingernails with the tip of her knife greets you with narrowed eyes. Brother Woljif, you got my message then. Sorry I couldn't swing by sooner, dear sister Charisme. It was just one thing after another. First I was in shackles, next, well, no, I was still in shackles, and I was being watched, and then the chief got me out, and I came here straight away. I knew you'd be waiting on me. Enough talking, or else we'll be here all night. So, we had a clear plan. We were going to wait for nightfall, slip into the shop, grab the goods, and leave. Even if the neighbors called the guard, there was still time to get away. But what happened? That bitch Irabeth. Oh no. Now I'm gonna have to tell the YouTube algorithm that I said the word bitch. That bitch Irabeth showed up almost right away. She knew we'd make it there. Or she knew we'd be there. Somebody betrayed us, and I have a good idea who that was. What do you have to say to that? Make it quick. Why am I talking? Woljif, tell us your side of the story. What happened? He speaks. I thought Woljif only brought you so that he'd have someone to hide behind if things went south. What's there to tell? About a week ago, Sister Charisme got 6 of us together in this very basement. Me and those 5 over there. She rounds us up and then she says we've got a score. And ancient trees and wonders. The one place nobody's ever been able to hit. The place that's guarded by a golem. But now a powerful scroll that would knock out the golem just happened to come into our possession. Along with a tip-off that the shop owner would be gone on a particular night. All 6 of us know a bit of magic, and we know that any enchanted junk will sell for a pretty penny, so we're in. And the most important thing was that none of us was to be hanging about the shop ahead of the job. No casing out the place, no calling attention to ourselves from either the golem or its master. This job was top secret. That's all true so far. Go on. We did everything right, with the locks and the golem. I picked the lock, I remember it clear as day. Sister Dalna was on lookout. Brother Melroon had the scroll. Doffy, Tavi, and Varner brought the sacks. We covered the windows and lit the torches. I remember scooping up rings and tossing them in a sack, and one right expensive one rolled away from me. I crawled under the table after it. The next thing I know, Irabeth was there. Everybody scampered, but I was still under the table. Not my finest moment. I was going to wait it out, but then those blockheads were dragging me out by my tail and put me in shackles. They took all my rings off me, about 20,000 worth, and to add insult to injury, I never even found the last one. In the end, I got busted over nothing. So they caught you, poor thing, stripped you of your loot, and you didn't even manage to stash anything. Where's the moon of the abyss, Brother Woljif? What is the moon of the abyss? It was an amulet. It used to sit on a little cushion in the window of ancient trees and wonders. Sterling silver, sparkled like a star, fine piece of work. On one side there was a half moon, you know, a crescent, a waning moon, and in the middle there was a dark crystal, like it was eclipsing the moon. Old man Fielman was so proud of that amulet. He used to say, "I'll never sell it. It's the jewel of my collection." Woljif sighs unhappily. I used to go there to see what kind of treasure there would be in the world. There's nothing else to look at in Canabris. People used to claim it was a powerful thing, but who's to say? If you ever stole a thing like that, you'd have the guards on you in a second, to try to... I'm sorry. If you ever stole a thing like that, you'd have the guards on you the second you tried to fence it. Everybody knew that you'd always be hanging around ancient trees and wonders, drooling over the moon of the abyss. Did you think you could swipe it in all the commotion and keep it for yourself? Did you hope that we'd all be locked up and you'd get off scot-free? And with a fancy trinket to boot? Don't take me for a mug, Woljif. I see right through you. Well, why would Irabeth arrest her own informant? Took the words right out of my mouth. It doesn't make any sense. If I was the rat, I'd have kissed her on the hand and been long gone by now. You know me, sister. I'm a cautious fella, not an idiot. He does have 18 int. Why would I go against the family? So the fish in the cellin can have a nice Woljif-sized dinner? The moon of the abyss is a pretty bauble, to be sure, but it's just an amulet. It ain't worth dying over. You knew Irabeth's people would protect you. You knew you could pin the moon going missing on them. And now you've come here with backup. You knew exactly what I was going to say to you. Only problem is, nobody's returned the amulet to Filmin. Are you giving Erebeth a cut? Is that it? Have you seen her? Do you think she'd take a cut off anything I offered her? She can't be bought. She's like 3 heralds of Iomade all rolled into one. He speaks the truth. You'll find some knights who will take bribes, I'm sorry to say, but Erebeth Tirabade isn't one of them. Okay, go on. That's the whole sorry story. Woljif crosses his arms and looks affronted. Some family this turned out to be. It's just a name in the end. In a real family, people take each other at their word. They don't throw around accusations. I didn't take the Moon of the Abyss. What am I going to do with it? You can't sell it to no crusaders. It's a special item. You can't wear it. It'll get nicked. It's pretty to look at, sure, but it ain't that pretty. If it's that important to you, Sister Charisme, I'll find it, and I'll drag the traitor here by his horns, just so you don't end up at the bottom of the Cellin. But you know what you're going to owe me after that? An apology. Right here in front of everyone. You're going to apologize loud and clear so everybody hears it. You'll say, sorry, Woljif, you're the good guy, and I was wrong about you. Fine. You're one of my people, which is why I'm going to give you some time. But if you run, Brother Woljif, the family will get you wherever you go. You'll spend the rest of your life looking over your shoulder, tossing and turning at night, fearing poison in every cup and every meal. You'll look into the eyes of every tiefling you meet, wondering if the families come for you. You'll have no peace, but one day you'll be tired of running. You'll stop to catch your breath, and that is when we'll get you. Got that? You've a way with words, Sister Charisme. A way that almost made me wet myself, but a way nonetheless. Let's go, Chief. We'll go chat to that scary gal, Erebeth. She knows you a little. We can ask her who ratted us out. I'll let you do the talking. But yeah, Canabras is burning. Why are you squabbling here instead of fleeing the city? She purses her lips. I'd be glad to leave like the rest of my brothers and sisters, but in the family, there's nothing worse than betrayal. And it's something we do not forgive. We don't forgive anyone who lets traitors off the hook either. If I don't find the rat, my superiors, let's just say, I'll wish I was burning in Canabras. I want to keep living, so I'm going to take a chance until I find out who the traitor here. Until I find out who is the traitor here. No one is leaving. I'll kill you all. No, okay, we'll find the real traitor. And I'll get my apology. Onward to Erebeth. Let's go clear my good name. Root out the traitor, but be quick about it. Time's running out. I don't want to get chewed up by demons. Can we talk to these people? They're all lined up like one of these guys is the traitor. So he's the traitor. Hey Woljif, how much did they pay you? Okay. So one of these people is a traitor, and we have to figure out who. And we start by talking to Erebeth. Collect all. After we loot out their hideout, of course. Take all their beer. Oh, these are keys. Okay, lock. Never mind.
Let's move.
Okay, so I guess we come back to Defender's Heart. Let's see what Erebeth has to say. Okay, good. So I can aim this spell much better than I thought I could. Let's talk to Erebeth. Alright, there's a traitor I'm trying to track down. Who is your informant among the Thieflings? Canabras is threatened by a demon horde, and you have enough spare time to help out thieves? I don't like this, but I hope you know what you're doing. I'll tell you everything I know. I did not see my informant's face. He slipped out of a dark alley, handing me the note, and disappeared. He had a cloak with a hood masking his face, but the horns, the long horns, didn't fit under it. There should be a guardian golem in Ancient Trees and Wonders, the shop they tried to rob. The owner gave us the construct's code word just in case. The golem itself was destroyed, but the head seems to be intact, so you can interrogate the thing and find out what it saw. The code word is Hand of Irori. The shop's owner must have escaped, but there's a chance you'll get lucky with the golem. Okay. So we have to find the shop now. Okay. Is there a way I can look at the world map? Yeah. Wait. I don't know. It might be possible, but I don't know the button for it. Okay. There's the shop. And we can end up right there. Alright, I guess this is what we're doing. Oh, I see. We have to go around because of this wall. I get it. Okay, let's go to the shop. And we're going to have a random encounter. Okay, we got a centipede, we got a fly, we got these spiders right on the back line here.
The Inheritor, guide my blade.
I'll cut you wide open.
We're gonna move these guys over here. Hope they get away. Okay.
Forwards!
There we go. This seems to be okay. You know what? You hit that guy. Oh, Camilla landed a crit. Yeah, that's fine. He has deadly aim turned on. Good. Little less chance to hit, but he does way more damage. Okay, we survived that. No damage taken. Barely any experience gained. At least that's what it felt like. Let's keep going. Alright. So we gotta talk to the head of a golem. In this ransacked shop. Scroll of blessed weapon. Yeah, there's a head talking over here somewhere. Let's look around first. Aha, that's what I thought. A gold ring. Polished oak shelves once showcased magic rings and amulets. Oh, is that the ring that he was talking about? There was a ring that kind of rolled under a table and got away? We should look for that. Maybe
Follow
over
me.
here. Oh, what's this? Demonic heart? Yeah, obviously we want to just pick that up and put that in our bag. Is this the table? Oh, that's the golem. Hand of Irori. Awaiting orders. Where did you come from? Who created you? This golem was created by Gaffreen and Son. Address, 3rd building on the right, Jeweler's Alley. Neurosian. Mendev. Model, blah blah blah, which stands for Experimental and Enhanced. For all inquiries, contact Mr. Gaffreen. Tell me about any suspicious people who came to the shop in the last week. 56 individuals entered the shop. Human, female, old. No male, old. Human, female. He'll be reeling off customers till nightfall. We need to ask it in a different way. Were any of the suspicious people tieflings? Tieflings, 3. Tiefling, male, middle-aged. Tiefling, male, young. Tiefling, female, young. Describe the young male tiefling. Medium height, short horns curling backwards. Medium length tail. Eye color, yellow. Hair color, black. Special observation, annoyed master. That's him. Horns, hair, tail, that sounds like me, but it's not possible. I know what the security's like here. I didn't come near the place. I give you my word, Chief. No special observations. Subject was unremarkable. There, see? Can't have been me. Okay, what about the middle-aged? Medium height, long horns, medium length tail, eye color pale blue, skin color dark, special observations red hair. Oh, that's our trader. I'd bet your life on it. Kara's mate drilled it into our heads that we wasn't to go hanging about the shop. Red hair. We've got a couple of gingers, and plenty more who get it out of a bottle. So much for special observation. Golems ain't all they're cracked up to be, eh? Maybe its master knows more. What about the female tiefling? Tiefling female, above average height, hair long, pale, tail not observed, long horns, eye color blue. Special observation, scar on nose, baldric with gold stitching. I don't know that one. A new arrival, most likely. Gold stitching, eh? Wouldn't mind getting to know her a little better. Alright, enough. Where's your master? Philemon Fruliatros. My master is in his hiding place. Revealing the location of the hiding place is prohibited. 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 He's likely holed up somewhere in the basement when the commotion started. The entrance should be around here somewhere. Where's the basement? The basement is below me. I guard the basement. Leaving my post is prohibited. Okay. I think we can just move him out of the way. But I thought the head was over here. Who was... Yeah, what's this? What? Finian, the talking weapon. Phew, free at last. I thought I'd be flattened like a pancake under that rubble. Much obliged. Damn, I'm not in any pain, but my head is still foggy for some reason. What's with all the hubbub in the city? The name's Finian. I'm a Pathfinder. If there's anything I can do to help, I will. You're a Pathfinder? That's right. Finian Dismar, Pathfinder and Crusader. I roam around the world wound wherever my tasks lead me. Scouting mostly, but this last while I've just been hanging around in Canabras, waiting until I'm needed again. I'm bored out of my mind, but at least this shop makes for better lodging than some inn. What I meant was, what are you? What's that supposed to mean? I just told you. You want to know where I hail from, is that it? Well, I'm from around here, actually. We Kellids of the Star Eye clan fled when the World Wound troubles began, but I couldn't stand by while the demons wreaked havoc, so I came back. Or did you mean to ask about my weapon of choice? My best weapon is every weapon. I'm a skilled and capable fellow, if I do say so myself. I can swing a sword and poke with a spear. But what I'm best at is communing with the spirits. They call folks like me phantom blades. What is a phantom blade? It's like a spiritualist, but with a twist. It means that some spirit took a liking to me at some point, and it can turn into whatever weapon I need. Handy, eh? I don't need any whetstones or enchantments. Doesn't take up space either. Although to be fair, it's not a barrel of laughs. The spirits that bestow this kind of power don't come from happy places, and they're not exactly bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. They usually appear after great battles that leave few survivors. The city is under attack by demons. Wait, what? The last thing I saw were some thieves breaking in here. Then the guards came. Everyone was running around. After that, it's a bit of a blur. Right when things got intense, they dropped the cabinet on me. I couldn't even help the owner. I was just lying under the shelves like a dimwit until you came along. If there are demons in Canabras, we must do something about it. The city needs every blade it can get. Hey, do you mind taking me with you? I don't think I can handle this alone, and besides, the more the merrier. How did you end up in this shop? God, I've been here so long I don't even remember anymore. Just sitting and waiting for any word from the Pathfinders. But it looks like everyone has gotten... It looks like everyone has forgotten about me. The shop owner is an old friend of the Pathfinders, so I've taken up residence here. Okay, I'll take you with me. Finny and the talking weapon. I swear you won't regret it. I can do all sorts of things. Is there anything your party is missing? A sword, a spear, a bow? Just say the word. Well, he's not in my inventory.
March on.
Where did he go? Got all this loot. Pipe Fox. Summons a Pipe Fox familiar. It's kind of neat. Where did this weapon go? See an accessory? Oh, there's a counterfeit Derek Sunhammer's jewelry. Okay. Well, this Finian is not in my inventory anywhere. I don't know. I don't know what happened with him. Alright, we're gonna move this guy. Wait. We're not gonna talk to him. We're gonna move him.
Onward.
Let's go to the basement. Let's save it. There's the guy. Pick this lock.
I hope you appreciate this.
Pick up this loot. Do we need all this? I don't know, maybe. Alright, Finian. Or Philemon. You're a gnome. The elderly gnome, so portly as to be nearly spherical, is curled up in the corner of the basement shaking. Marauders, bandits, scavengers! Yeah, makes sense. We're all of those things, and much, much more. But before you report us to the authorities, mind, if we have a chat, please calm down. No one's going to rob you. You do look better dressed than the local thieves and ragamuffins. You came here to tell me that the nightmare is over? No, it's not. You're here to steal my riches. Get back! He notices Woljif and turns scarlet. You, Woljif, the dirty little sneak thief! You've been sniffing around my shop for years. Finally worked up the courage to rob me, did you? Get out of here. You and your pals have taken everything already, I'm sure. My name's Philemon Fruliotos. I was the owner of this shop, but I'm not sure I can claim to be the owner of anything now. I hope there's at least something left of it. Oh, come off it. Your shop's fine. It's a bit ransacked, maybe, but nothing a bit of spit and polish can't fix. Where were you the night of the robbery? Do you think I robbed my own shop? I was here in the basement. I was told to make it look like I'd left. The Watch was very keen to get their hands on those Thieflings. They seem to be multiplying all over Golarion. So of course I did everything they said, and I've been stuck in this basement since then. The golem wouldn't move away from the door, no matter how much I yelled at it. But then I thought that it was all to the good. Somebody came by after the guards and caused a ruckus upstairs, bellowing like mad, taking advantage of my absence. Tell me about the tieflings that have visited ancient trees and wonders recently. Man, I'm having a hard time talking. Why should I tell you anything about my customers? You're not from the City Guard or the Eagle Watch. Well, we are. Chief, if he keeps digging his heels in, just say the word. I know how to loosen his tongue. We got a plus 12 on bluff. We'll say this. I'm helping the Eagle Watch to catch the culprits. It's in your interest to tell me everything. Hey, we succeeded. We rolled a 12. So they haven't got the Thieflings. I thought the city's finest were on the job, and they'd... You can't rely on anyone. Ask your questions then, and if it's so important. Well, tell me about Woljif. Woljif Jefto, right? Yes, I've known him a long time, though I'd rather not know him at all. He's been skulking around my shop for years, treating this place like a free museum. He always wanted to look at the Moon of the Abyss. I'd chase him out, but he'd just slink back in again. If he was with the gang that robbed my shop, I'd bet anything he swiped the moon. How come I'm the prime suspect? Whoever betrayed us all, that's the one who's got the moon. I wanted to see it return too, you get me? I don't like the idea of other people's grubby mitts on it. Tell me about the red-haired tiefling. A red-haired tiefling? I suppose, yes, there was one who came in, spent a long time looking around. He was a person of modest means. I could tell by his clothes, but he asked me to show him an Azamar-made chainmail. He certainly couldn't afford it. That's when I suspected that something was off. I checked everything after he left, but nothing was missing, and that put my mind at ease. I can't remember what he looked like. I didn't get a good look at his face. All I remember is that he was wrapped in a green cloak like he was freezing. But that's all I have. That's it. With that description, we'll surely sniff him out. Come on, Chief, back to Sister Charisme. We go to have a good long shifty at all of my brothers and put all these clues together. Something tells me our traitor isn't going to wriggle out of this one. Well, tell me about the tiefling woman. A tiefling woman? Ah, yes, I remember now. A noble lady. Unlike the tiefling ruffians we have around here, she purchased magical equipment for the crusade, and she promised to come again. If only all tieflings were like that, I'd be laughing all the way to the bank. A noble tiefling woman purchased magical equipment. If that isn't enough to help you catch the thieves, then I don't know what else to tell you. Now be on your way and leave me in peace. We also took your talking weapon that disappeared the moment I said I would take him with me. So green cloak, red hair, or... Oh, he doesn't have an amulet. Okay. I thought maybe he did have one. Part of me still thinks it's very possible that it was Woljif. Hard to say. Alright, let's head this way. Wait. Yeah, we don't want to do that, so we'll head back here. And we'll do another fight.
Save the last one for me.
What do we got here? A level 5 chaotic evil outsider. He has damage reduction. Our thief will not be able to hurt him. Alright. Once again, we get hit from behind, so these three are going to have to come over here. And you as well, actually. Okay, now you fight. So now that we're level 3, our magic missiles should do more damage. Let's use one.
Can't you just die already?
This guy just got wrecked. He's charging. And he died. Okay, very lucky. That guy was kind of tough. Took a big hit on Woljif. Half his life in one hit. Alright, let's see if we can solve this mystery. Well, are you going to tell me who the traitor is? The name and the moon of the abyss they stole? I don't need anything else. Let's look at the suspects. The only redheads are Melrune and Doffy. The dark-skinned tieflings are Varnir, Doffy, and Melrune. Daffy, Melrune, and Tavi have straight horns, but Tavi is female. Only Varnir and Melrune have green cloaks. So it's Melrune. Trader's Melrune. You'll pay for this. Votil and Hapzemira will get you in the end. Oh, he's not dead? Okay. We're gonna take him away from questioning after stabbing him in the back. Karazme looks weary, but her earlier tension has clearly lifted. He confessed. Someone connected to the cult of Baphomet ordered him to steal the Moon of the Abyss, and the best idea he can come up with was to drag us into it. He got the scroll to take out the golem. He betrayed us to Irabeth so that he could swipe the amulet into chaos. He thought we'd get nicked and he'd slink off to meet up with his customer. You've got the Moon of the Abyss? Let me look at it one more time. My whole life I've dreamt of holding it in my hands, if only for a second. He said when he got to the window display the moon was gone. He's lying, of course. He had time to hand the moon off to the person who ordered it. Bloody cultists. I don't really give a toss. I'm just glad we got to the bottom of this. So what are you going to do now? Clear out of this place. The sooner the better. This city's dying. I don't want to die with it. The city would have already died if not for people who stood up to defend it with weapons in their hands. So defend it. I'm not stopping you. It's your city. But we've always been outsiders here. Why would we fight for you now? Well, I'm not going to ask if I can join the family. What are you going to do to the traitor? He'll be sent to visit his distant relatives on their farm, to think about what he did. Any more questions? I have to go. Sister, Woljif nervously bites his lip. His cheeks are flushed and his tail is swishing through the air. You forgot something. What now? You should be happy to be alive. An apology? You promised to apologize to me, loudly, in front of everyone. We're alone now, but I still want to hear it. Well? Ah, that. So, sorry, I suppose, for being wrong about you this time. I don't think that just because you didn't act... No, don't think that just because you didn't act like a jerk this one time that it cancels out the rest of your record. I know all about you. Till next time, Woljif. Yeah, that was the most pathetic apology I've ever heard. Alright, fine. I'm sorry, Woljif. Let's part on good terms. Let's try? Fail. Don't push it. Good luck, both of you. Okay. He watches her go, his tail relaxing. Better than nothing. Listen, Chief. When you've got a spare minute, come see me. I have something I want to discuss with you. But for now, let's get out of here. I don't like sitting below ground when the building above us is ready to crash down on our heads. Oh, I didn't see this part. A trap.
Can't hide from me.
How do you... Somehow we have to disarm this trap. Seems useful. I couldn't get anything out of it. We don't need those. Do we just set off the trap? With somebody tanky? Let's save it.
No reason to pause.
It's fine. Yeah. That's all that was in there? That doesn't seem worth it. Anything over here? Wait, that's the area exit. Nothing in here? Okay. Let's have a quick look at the journal. Yeah, so we still have a quest with him. He's gonna want to figure out the Moon of the Abyss. Maybe we can just talk to him to... we have to go back to... We probably have to go back to the Defender's Heart in order to talk to him. Well, we might as well do that. Enter. Alright, we gotta find out where this guy is chilling. There he is. Hello.
Psst, look, Chief. I got something to show you. Ta-da! A real beaut, isn't it?
A silver amulet in the shape of a waning moon and a dark crystal in the middle. So you did betray the Thieflings.
Oh, that cuts me deep, Chief. You and I saw who the traitor was. It's just that when we robbed the shop, I went in first and took what I wanted. Nothing wrong with that. Although, of course, I did think about hiding the moon and just taking myself off somewhere warm when all this blows over. But only because I want to see the world. Is it a crime to want to travel? Huh? Is that what counts for treachery these days?
Did you really have the amulet this whole time?
Since that night, Chief, Melround didn't even set eyes on it. While he was dealing with the golem, I sneaked past them, and that was that.
Okay. Remind me, why is this item so important?
Do you really not remember it? Oh, I thought you would appreciate it. It's from the old man Fileman, the owner of the Ancient Trees and Wonders shop. It's the pride of his collection. The Moon of the Abyss, an amulet with a rare crystal crafted by an unknown maker. When I think of how much this thing is worth, it makes my head spin.
You've been searched by the guards. How did you manage to hide the amulet?
Thieves have their ways.
Why didn't you give it to Charisma?
What? So she would slay me right away, you mean? You saw how antsy she was over Canabras and all this. So I did it. I took the Moon of the Abyss. But I didn't go to Erebeth. And Big Sister wouldn't hear my explanations. She doesn't have the time. I even thought I'd hide the moon somewhere, and then when all the noise had died down, I'd go get it and make a run for it. I'm sick of the Thieflings. And they never appreciated me anyway.
Why did you steal the Moon of the Abyss? You wouldn't have been able to sell an item so rare anyway.
Why, he asks? It's expensive, pretty. And you know, it's my amulet, actually. Not meaning I stole it, but I mean, this is my inheritance. My grandma and I were poor. All we had was a jewelry box with the moon in it. She used to store it under the floor in the basement, and she'd take it out sometimes just to look at it. She was always nicer when she had a few drinks in her, so I could ask her things then. One time I asked where she got it from, and she said it was from a demon. You know, the demon who was my grandfather. He said the moon was to be passed down. My ma was good for nothing and nobody, so that's why Grandma decided to keep the amulet for me. She used to say it would be mine when I grew up, but she couldn't wait until I grew up. She squandered my inheritance when she became a drunk. Took it to Fileman's shop and pawned it. He gave her some coppers for it, and she didn't even haggle. Just grabbed them and ran back to the tavern before last orders. I've been going to Fileman's to look at the moon ever since I was a kid. He chased me away, but I just kept going back, so eventually he gave up. He didn't skimp on security, The place was like a fortress, so he wasn't worried about a street rat like me pinching anything. Even when I got more skilled, I couldn't get any closer to it. One day, I had no one to go with. Another day, there were only oafs who'd never stolen anything more than a church donation box. But when Charisme had planned everything out, I realized I had a chance to get the moon and move away from here. Maybe to Garand. I hear it's warmer there. I've stayed with the family for too long.
Which one would I say? This is a little bit prudish, I think, but I still feel like this is what the closest to any of this that I would say.
Family, friends. You know, some people don't believe in gods, so gods don't exist for them. And I don't believe in family. All that heartwarming talk about sticking together. Ugh. People like to say those things, but when push comes to shove, Sister Charisme used to say that us Tieflings were one family, and you see how that turned out. And did you hear that excuse for an apology? I did the right thing, and I was right to want to run when I just planned on stealing the Moon of the Abyss. Everything turned out as it should. Whatever you think, I owe you. I'm not just a thief, I have my own business selling things. Thanks to you, I'm still in the family, and we have the black market sewn up in this city. It's a good way to sell valuables. So, if you need anything, a scroll or something, just say the word. I have a little portal to our people in Nerosian. You put a note there, and you get what you need. I can't get you anything big, but what they do have is all high quality. Nothing's too good for you, Chief. What's mine is yours. For a price, of course.
Okay. Is that completed now? It is. The Moon of the Abyss, which originally belonged to the Jefto family, has ended up in Woljif's keeping. Whether this is justified is debatable, but nevertheless, Woljif has held on to what he claims is his. In the criminal underworld, that is enough to consider him the rightful owner by law, insofar as people of that ilk understand the concept of law. Okay. Yeah, it seems like it's finished. So maybe in the next episode, we might look to see if we can do Sila's side quest. But it just kind of depends on what's available to us. Like we have to go through the central marketplace anyway, so we'll do that as well, and we'll just start uncovering this map and finding out more about Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous. But until then, that's going to be where we end this episode. We completed a companion quest with Woljif. Is he going to be a long-term part of our squad? I don't know. Him and Camille kind of are filling similar roles right now, but for now we'll take whatever we can get. Also, we have a talking blade that just disappeared. I have no clue where he went. I'm pretty sure I told him he can come with us, and he's just gone. So, I don't know what happened with that. Did he come back to the tavern somewhere? Finian, was that his name? I don't know what happened with him. I guess we'll find out later. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.